Hello and welcome back. I'm B-Ball and you're watching Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. This food area just isn't working for me. Okay, we are back to our main town, and as I just said, this area there's something wrong with it. The main problem is that this warehouse only has one rail connection, and that produces problems because the current system just doesn't let you unload and load at the same time very efficiently, because the train will stay there as long as there are little tiny pieces of food still being delivered. So I gotta change something. I think having two trains here, one that only delivers grain and one that only takes food away, will be easier. Another problem that I have with this area is, look at our purchases. We are buying food. We're buying a lot of food. But we're exporting way more food than that. So something isn't working. We're exporting 149 tons. We're buying 69 tons. Something in our setup is not right. So I would like to address that. No, I clicked it away. There's a couple other purchases we make every month. Not all of them we can address. Power. I'll show you that in a sec. Clothes. We're not buying that much. I'm not that bothered by it, but it's very expensive. It's something I want to address soon. Mead. Same idea. Don't have to address it right now. I guess we're buying alcohol for some tourists somewhere. I'm guessing the hotel. I could turn that off, but I'd rather have my tourists happy. And then we're buying crops. This is just a byproduct of how all of this is set up, which I would like to change. But I'm not okay with buying food. It's not a thing. We're buying a lot of food. I mean, look at this. We are definitely exporting more than that. So we have to get that just figured out. And there are a couple thoughts that I have. One is to leave this area as is and have this train only deliver grain down here, but then build another warehouse somewhere near this area. I'm not sure where yet. We already have a cargo loading station here to bring all the food and only have food there, and then use that warehouse as our distribution hub, and hopefully deliver from there to all the buildings in town, plus export whatever we have to export, which I don't think we have that much to export, honestly, once we have the second city running. So food may stop exporting pretty soon. But I don't want to run trucks to deliver food everywhere. So it's not a good place to be. But a place to be right now could be just having trucks move the food from one place to another. We are only planning... I'm surprised I'm not seeing any food being stored in the warehouse, but I think these two guys are picking up all the food that's being produced. And that's fine, and we are running on slow, so it's just slow, because this area is buggy. This spaghetti of heating tubes I don't like, but I still need an explanation of how the heating actually behaves, what I need for the heating. I would not do this again, especially for the plant bit, but it is what it is right now. I'm not going to change it, and I'll survive it. I did say, hey, we have power now. We do have power, and we're producing this much, but we're not exporting anything because we are only connected to the power here. This is the only place where we have power coming in. Honestly, I'm not 100% sure how much power we can produce here, but I hope we should be able to produce a bunch. Actually, yeah, I would expect at some point... Can we export? Export as much as we can. This is what I want to see. It is just one simple grid right now. So I want to make sure that we are actually doing fine on power, but it looks like we're doing just okay. And the Output-wise was 18 megawatts, which I'm not 100%. We're pretty close. We're pretty close to the 18 megawatts, so whatever our network is holding is actually functioning. So this is something I want to just keep a watch. It is only one power station, one power plant. So if something breaks down, we should look here first. I wish there was a notification popping up down here where it says, hey, your power plant cannot function because reasons. That'd be awesome, but I don't think we need it. We can consume 24 tons of coal at max, and we can produce 120 tons there, and this one can produce 30... I don't know, a lot of tons of coal. Hard telling. I should add a couple more, what are these called? Gondolas? Cable cars. Yeah. Add a couple more of these. We have how many? 25. Let's go to 40. Just so the coal keeps coming. That's really the main thing. 44 tons of coal. What's the translation? It's almost 2 tons of coal ore to 1 ton of coal. So as long as I have more than twice of 24, so I need 48 tons of coal ore produced per workday. But that also requires this thing to empty out, because as long as this is full, we don't produce anymore. Gonna tell me it's 81% production. I think we can start exporting coal. I will look at that for a little while, because it is important that this one always has some coal input, and I don't want to set it to actually buy coal, because that's silly. So let's leave that running where it is. Maybe a couple other things. Stuff over here is happening. I didn't change, but we got done with this vehicle depot, and I put a bunch of dumpers there that we had in these two bigger construction offices, and I replaced them with some flatbed trailers, a couple maybe asphalt layers, a couple more cranes, a couple driving cranes, which are not, they're not driving cranes, but road cranes. They are not super important right now, because most things are just roads and gravel paths, which are almost all done. I'm really surprised that these haven't started building yet, but let's just assign them so stuff happens. But yeah, gravel paths are happening, and once all the paths are done, I will start constructing the outside buildings, and then I'll work my way in. And once we start on the main buildings, I will, hey, new ship, I will have people coming in here. Just at least have one of the trains that we have currently diverted to this train station. And that is all I need. I'm looking at this, I was thinking, oh, is this a road that I forgot? But no, there's no road exit here. So that is all good. This rail is constructing. I figure might as well. We can afford it, so let's just do it. All this stuff is good. I think I forgot in a previous episode to set the cement or store the cement in here, so that's being stored now. That shouldn't be a problem anymore. Maybe someone pointed that out recently. I don't know. We're not running the heat yet. We just don't need it yet. We can add that at some point, but for right now, all of these buildings are doing roads and paths and the technical office that I just assigned, because when winter is here, I want construction still to happen fast. So all of that is great. Steel over here, as you can see, we have more than 1,000 tons now. Iron and coal is full at the same time. We have some iron available. And in general, just stuff is working okay. Now our coal ore is a little shorter. Let's rearrange this to just be 50% again. Yeah, but all this is working. I know, usually I don't look at it from this side. These guys are done. We could tell them to get started on producing stuff, but honestly, I need to figure out how to get the people here first. And the people that will work on this are from our new city that's over here. So there's really We could start producing our own mechanical components right now, but well, it's not really necessary. I could throw one bus here that just goes and picks some people up, or even send a bus from the main town just to produce some. Maybe that's a good idea. Maybe, actually, yeah, that's what we'll do. We will set up one of these with one of our 4-ton, 2.5-ton, with our larger forklifts, and tell them, hey, get steel from here, only load steel, if there's anything else in there ever. Do that. Load and unload from there, and then I want you to store stuff in that building. We have fuel, so all these guys are going to do is just pick up steel and bring it to where it belongs. Is this the most effective way to set up a forklift system? No, but it's an interesting way to set up a forklift system because stuff is going to happen and you can actually see forklifts driving around like a big industrial area, which I find amusing and pretty. So that's what we're going to do. Why are you parked at a green signal? Very interesting. Extremely interesting. What is happening? There you go. Yeah, get out of here. So yeah, let's just get one bus real quick. From here. How many people can work in one of these? 150. Yep. Get one big bus and just drop people off there. Because I'm pretty sure we still have hundreds of unemployed people. So let's buy the biggest bus we can get. That's close to 150. I think this may be our only option for big bus. Yep. I want that one. Give me this. Close all these guys. And I want you, let's see, 85 people waiting there. Some people waiting there. I think it will be best if you just go to this one, pick up people, and drop them off here. Go. Produce some mechanical components until this is full. Let's start with that, and we'll see how that goes. You may have noticed that I set out to only do a very simple, small thing that's over here, and not more. I'm doing that because I'm trying to keep our episode short. I am at 14 minutes recording, probably 10 minutes into the video, and really I haven't done much because there's just so many squirrels in this game. There's a really thick forest here, but it has nothing to do with that. You know what I mean. Over here, forest is looking good. We have some trees being felled. We are using most of our trees right away. It makes me think we could start using this one. See, squirrels everywhere. Let's 16. Let's see, loading speed 20, 25, and 20. This one. 3 of you. Beautiful. You will go get people from here, and that's fine. We just have to assign the 2 distribution offices to pick up from this guy as well. Nope, definitely load at the new guy. You also please load at the new guy. Wonderful. That's all we need. Now we should have more wood once people start working again. So, yeah, here. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? A problem that exists. I don't know, there's a lot of problems. I could also consider this, putting another warehouse here that kind of just gets the overflow from the first warehouse if I set the storage for the food really low. But honestly, I'm not sure if that's even a thing anymore. If warehouses can overflow to the next one, because I only think the production office can push it to the next place, but then aggregate storages can overflow to the next building, but not factory storages. I may be wrong, but I don't think that works anymore. So if I wanted to use another warehouse here, I would need to employ forklifts. Now that is not the worst thing in the world that could happen, but we also don't have that much room here, and I would like to not interrupt the rail, because this rail is the only way to get to our fuel station on this side. So it wouldn't be a good thing to do. The other thing I was considering is use a cargo train station like this that can have 2 trains waiting there. Place it somewhere where we can use the factory connections. So here, which obviously that power transformer is right where I would want it to be. And would probably block where our, what do we call it? The road, where the road would go. And placing it here would not be very conducive to connecting rail on the north side of the picture right now, so it may be the right answer, but I'm not sure that we can pull it off without ripping down a lot of the infrastructure that already exists here. And that's not a thing I am very willing to just throw away. Having this cargo station here would help with the trucks that are already in the cargo station right now, because you can still have trucks go to a train cargo station to pick up stuff. So that could help, but I just don't love it. I think what's going to happen, the thing that we're going to do, is we're going to add another warehouse. Is it though? Is it? See, I want a double cargo station just because I want to use 2 trains. 2 trains will allow me to have one unload and one load at the same time, and they won't interfere with bringing in more material all the time. And that would simplify the schedule for this train. Because right now this train is trying to come here to the production area, then go to the border post, then get more... sorry, that was loud. Get more crops and then bring it back here and just make sure that this one always has some crops so these buildings can always produce, but that's really not how things go. Hard decisions. I think I should start by making these 2 trucks not wait here for food. Instead, wait on any of these, which already have at least one bus waiting there. So you load, wait until loaded, remove this. Very good. You wait until loaded, remove this. Good. So those 2 should leave this cargo station. Give them a second to get out. I know it's a little laggy in this area, but I do want stuff to get done too, so let's speed this up a little. And then I almost think the forklift setup is the best option. I know that we don't need this road. Get rid of this road. Cool. We are going to get rid of all this stuff. And we will probably need a temporary... Do we need a temporary connection? There's not even fuel in there right now. Not a lot, so... No, I think we have some time, especially since the construction office may be done with the other coal processing plant. Almost done. What does it need? It needs more steel. How do you not have steel? There is more than enough steel right here. Is steel being delivered? Yeah, there's steel right there. It's coming. Okay, it must have just switched from a construction stage. I think that's what it's called. Okay, let's stop this real quick so we can do this. I want this gone. I want this gone. We leave this here. We're going to connect that later. This one, go. Let time run a little bit. This one can go too. And once time is done with doing its thing, good. Now, we need... Actually, we can just run this normal. We need a forklift connection. Is that what they're called? Something with F? I always have to look for these, and now that they actually made this alphabetical, I never know where stuff is anymore. I do always need to check this construction thing, because it still gets clogged up every once in a while. Distribution factory farm? No, it's not here. It's not kindergarten, mine, platform station, power plant, residential road. School, shop, university, technical university, storage. No. Come back, no. Where is it? Forklift facility. It is F. How did I not find that? Okay. With roads. This, very important. Need that right here. Otherwise, we will never, ever get fuel from here again. So, have that being constructed. That's our starting point. The next one, I think, will just be the forklift garage. How many do we actually need? We probably don't need 8 forklifts, but it's probably fine. So let's build this. Then let's go to a forklift connection, and yes! I wasn't sure if that's going to work. So all of this can get constructed. And now just plant our new warehouse. Now let's see if we have a warehouse here that we can use. This would be under storage, I'm pretty sure. And then let's see what we have. Cement, stylish, small open. Oil with loader and stuff. Combined cargo, large storage. What's this? Yeah, this is ridiculous. It looks pretty cool, but it's ridiculous for what we're doing right now. Small. So this one would have 2 connections and would look a lot better. I think if we would have used this in the first place, it would have been more feasible for this area. Because we have a lot more connections and we have 2 rail connections and we have a drive-through road and all that's great. But I don't know that, let's see how many. It's also a lot bigger. Huh, yeah, it is a lot bigger. Takes up a lot more space, but it also does a lot more stuff. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm actually considering putting it here. The only problem is now with our bridges that we're building, this would sort of get into in the way of something. I'm not sure if I like that. Is this a real option? It's not a real option because we can't connect to anything. Let's see what our normal warehouse would look like, because we can still store 325 tons of food. If we put it here, though, it really doesn't make a difference. If we put it here, I think we could pull it off. And actually, looking at this, I can also just run a rail out here, because this train will generally either export or bring food somewhere else in the network. It doesn't have to be right where we are. You know what? I think none of those things are going to happen, because this can actually turn. And that is all that really matters. That is clogging up this intersection a little bit. It's already clogged up some, but adding this guy here would just move these signals further here, and then we wouldn't have a full block in between anymore, and that wouldn't be great. So I could either add it here, or just like I was just talking about, add a connection on this side somewhere. I didn't think that was going to let me do what I wanted to do. Yeah, there's no room there. I could maybe... I need to remove these 2 signals. They don't make any sense to have here anymore. Could I... Nope. So I can't get one from there. I can definitely get one from here. Maybe even from here. Ugh. I could get one from here. This one I would be okay with. This one I would be very okay with. Let's back this up a little bit. It's like its own separate line, and this will be a food connection. But it won't just be a single food line that ever runs here. There could be multiple. So I would say I should allow for at least 2 trains to wait here at the same time, and then more trains as we need. Is this the best layout? No, absolutely not. No. I don't think you will find me making the best layout of anything. I think you will find me making a working layout of everything. And that's worth something, right? So now we could have 3 trains parked here in this area. Yeah, I want to play this out. Because this can be just a small-ish rail yard. I don't like how this is angled. This could be a smallish rail yard that just works. And it should be easy to build because it is relatively close to our construction office. 170. This is 180. That's nice, but it's not going to be able to connect to this train. So if we do that and this, okay. That and you don't want to play ball. Okay, let's start on that side. I want to get the baseline done of what we can do without wasting much space. So technically that works, and now we can't have a second rail coming out here. That is not quite what I wanted. This will definitely work for three trains, but they have to be shorter trains. And I don't... Is that what we want? Is that what we want? I like that this can come out just before the signal. That makes my life a little easier. What about here? We could even build that in here. And they could get fuel that way. But they can also get fuel just by going through the roundabout, go through to the fuel station, and then come back. So these are options that we don't have to go for right now. I kind of like this setup, but I don't love it yet. I need a little more pizzazz. Let's just say this is game. Just do, please, just... Yeah, you kind of want to do that, but you don't want to do what I actually want you to do. This is what I wanted you to do. Can we back this up a little bit? I think we can. Very good. Now, the thing that I have a problem with, 135. I would like to tell you my thoughts, but honestly, I am confused about my thoughts myself right now. 135 meters. Do we even have an indication of how long any of these things are? I don't think we have yet. 22 tons. There's no length documented. So getting to this one is pretty straightforward here, but getting to these is not. And if I want any trains to queue here, they wouldn't be able to come back this way. Which I would actually like if they could do that, but obviously that is not how this is going to work. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, this is not... We're gonna have a shorter max length for a train, is what that means. This one I think has to connect here, and then we need a cross over here, and then this is the whole length of the train, which is... Okay, crossing not allowed, but can I see... No? I just want to see how long this is. I guess we go from there to here. 100-meter long train. Is it very long? No, but for food it may just be fine. It may just be fine, but it won't give us any additional queuing space, which is what I'm a little sad about. building in the way it says. That's weird. So could we do this any better if we align this further back? I think so. I think we can do a little better than where we are right now. So let's adjust this. Adjust all of this. The double track can stay where it is right now, but the single track, let's make that a little better. At this point, any amount of space will probably help. But we also have to be able to connect this. Which was maybe another reason why I did something earlier. We can hack it. If you can't get a turn right, you can get a 90-degree angle. It looks a little uglier, but it is working. So, yeah. We made a little more space in this area. So, let's get this all done. How? I would like to at least get... I would really like to get 3 queuing spaces going. But they have to be long enough to be worth it. And then 1 is the exit, this is the exit line, the other 3 are the input line. I wouldn't hate if it's just 1 line per thing and they all just have to feed back into the return line. So if this one comes out this way, if this one, that's not terrible, straight. This one, no, just follow, just make the track look good. And this one doesn't have to go over there, but this one honestly doesn't have to be super long. But maybe go to here. Can you can connect to there. Very good. Can you connect to here? You can. Last one. I think we have a winner. Ding, ding, ding. Please build all of that stuff. Now, let's set these up like they're gonna be, but with mixed signals should allow us to do a little more construction than we normally would. So, yeah, for right now, these are signals, and they're great. They're clearly great. And on this side, they will just be the opposite of those signals. This should allow us to have 4 trains working on this at the same time. And there we go. This will actually be the real signal, which is just 1 way in and chain out. And we should be able to construct all this. I am actually kind of happy with all of this. I gotta say. Is it the prettiest I've ever built? Nope, but it's prettier than what I built before. Okay. Now, something that I didn't really think of when I did that, or did I? I mean, there's food here, and there's food here. I think... Are you actually gonna let me cross here? That's amazing. Anywhere... Oh, yeah. Okay. I can actually have 2 trucks waiting here, and they should be able to get loaded up relatively fast. So let's do that. I was like, I kind of still need a loading station somewhere, but... Oh, there's a lot of space here. I bet we can get a cargo station in there. Cargo station, thank you. We don't need that much, honestly, but I will take it. But this is all I'm looking for in length. If I can get a forklift connection in here. Which I almost can. I would redo the road that we just built, but... let's see, do we have smaller cargo stations? That's the one we just tried, I'm sure. Road cargo station. This is a very small one. How many does it even hold? It doesn't even tell me. But I think the story of the matter is that we can't get a forklift connection in here. That's too bad. I was really hoping we could do that. But we can't. So let's get rid of this stuff and see if we can do something on this side instead. Same idea. Let's start with the bigger one. I would love it. I don't see why we can't do that. I do not see why we can't do that at all. This is great. Now we can have the trucks that need to deliver to the city just load up from here. And I think that is perfect. Wow, look how far we got even in one quick run. I love it. Obviously that will slow down this area again as it usually does, but we don't have money problems, we don't have people problems, so everything should just run just fine. How's this going? Running at 100%. Cableway is the best thing to run a power plant. It's also the best thing to run a coal mine if you need one, but a power plant, that's where you want to go. So now technically we can produce 240 tons and only 10% of that needs to be for the power plant. Now, it would have been smarter, and I should have thought about that before, to put another storage here for just the coal plant, so that one can always fill up while your train is not picking up coal. But I don't just want coal sitting around there either. So we are going to get a coal train. What are we doing on time? 38 minutes. Yeah. That'll be the last thing we do today. Definitely. No, I have no idea. I think it's going to be the last thing. What do we have? We have a fancier DR Class 119 that has more power. Twice the power of this one. Cost us a lot more. What trains do we have? We already have one of those. This one has a lot of power. Let's do this one. I like that one. We have money. We can toy around with that. Do we have a better hopper car yet? I don't think we do. Open car. Nope. Bauxite. No. Boxcar. Nope. 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 So hopper car it is. How many tons? We can produce 240 a day. That tells me 4 of these means 240. So I hope this would equate to 1 day is produced for export and 1 day is produced for keeping. Let's see how that goes. Wait until loaded. Definitely. Go here. Wait until unloaded. Start. Watch. Turn the pretty camera on. That's a pretty train. I like it. It's probably overkill for what we have here on cargo, but we'll survive. Yep. Let's drive into the sunset. Oh, there. Oh, I can't leave it here because this still happens. This happens all the time and it's so annoying. Only way to really fix this is to not have that signal, because you can't have someone enter on this side and leave on this side at the same time, sadly. I thought this signal was going to fix it, but it obviously didn't. Where's our train? You are filling up with fuel, I'm sure. Where'd you go? New train. I just bought you. Where'd you go? Are you already up here? You are. You filled up with fuel already, so good on you. There we go. It is filling up with coal. We can see that. There it is. A full coal train right now is worth 20,000 ruble. And the price is going... I guess it changes once a day. I would like to know how long it takes this guy to get back to load that again. And if we can refill the storage in time. Because if we can, this is fine and won't cause any problems. If we can't, we have to make the train a little shorter or give it a little train locomotive. We'll see. Look how busy all of this is. I love it. Oh, well, that's a terrible signal to park, don't you think? Who puts a signal like that? Go. Come on, train. There you go. Proud of you. It looks like this bridge is almost done. That'll be helpful. And unloading. Very good. Very proud of you. Okay, so he's coming back now. We do know that. Let's see what this is doing. It is full and doesn't have any issues. And this is also full. I think one train will be just fine. I always forget that the day and night cycle doesn't correspond to the day and night or to a day in the calendar. So just from being at the border until now was over a day past and the train is still waiting there. So we probably can even increase the size of the train just a little bit if we wanted to. But that's this area, the one we set out that we set out to improve, and that looks like it's doing well. This area, how are we doing? There's less road construction signs, which I count as a good thing. We just need a few more people to finish up the rest of the roads. There's still more roads up here. How is this road not being constructed yet? Are you seriously? Oh, you're not reachable because this thing is not done. How are we doing here? We have components and mechanical components. All that's great. Ooh, squirrel. Let's check out how our mechanical component construction is happening, or what's happening. A lot is happening. We have more than enough people there. So next time, I need to figure out how to distribute the mechanical components that we have now to the rest of our republic, which is not that many places, but this guy needs them, and obviously the other house needs them too, and then we can think about maybe exporting them. I do like that this is almost done. I like that a lot. I do like that this guy is done. Now, stop being distracted. We are, since not everything here is done, especially the rail line is not done yet, we are not going to update everything that's on this side. Once all of this is done, we can change how our distribution works, but that's something for next time. So for now, thank you very, very much for watching and tuning in. If you like what you saw, like and subscribe. Come back next time. There will be more of this, a lot more. We're not in the starting zone, but we are nowhere near the end of this series. It's just too much fun. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know what I should change. Let me know if you like this setup or if you don't. And I'll see you again next time. Bye.